We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Miami Dolphins. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway from Miami. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. I took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Achane. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down. On play action, here's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I can see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to pass. Tua. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, the Dolphins turn to Ryan Stonehouse to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at the 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. Room here to run. He's still on his feet. Chris Godwin, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. Look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A gain of 32 that time.
For a Miami Dolphin.
Off the play action. Tagovailoa. Another catch there for Waddle. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And that one results in 35 yards. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Second and goal from the 1. Now Tua on the bootleg here. That's caught at the 2. Touchdown! Devon Achane. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So only even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the gun, Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by a Futu Melifonwu. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Oh, hit and as he throws there, incomplete. The Dolphins at 6-9 to start play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky.
He's got a man, complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. Shoves him away. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Mayfield to throw it. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Well, you got a team that sits 28th in the league in rushing, so I guess you're going to see some plays like that.
Yeah, you're definitely going to do that, but just not like you can just abandon the run. You got to keep taking your shots, don't you? But at this point of the season, they haven't been very successful.
Now Baker going to change it up. Once again, it's Irving. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Mayfield on play action. They'll roll him out right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 20 line. Jalen Phillips in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And Waddle going to have the Dolphins first down as he's up to the 24. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now Achane on first and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yaya Diaby got in there behind the line and dropped him for a loss on the play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Open man downfield is Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Tyreek Hill's got another one. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Mayfield down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. A shotgun handoff here to Irvin. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Mayfield. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
For the field goal, a 45-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
But they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Tua. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Tua going to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Johnson jostles free. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. This still a one-possession game. 8 points the difference as we resume action on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have cut the lead back down to 2.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it here.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored...
It's caught inside the 25. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, 72 yards. And the Buccaneers have got it back to within a score. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. He's got it at the 2. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's Tua. And he rips that one incomplete there. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 57 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bucs have come back to make it a 2-point game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game.
Chase McLaughlin to kick.
Nothing separating these 2 teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want it in with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Throw caught by Achane. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 16 more on that one and another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Looking to pass. Tua. Open man, Westbrook Aquino. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. On play action, here's Tua. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
That's another dope first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A run straight ahead with A-Chain. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Elijah Cansey gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off the play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Levante David. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy sideline.
Sammy sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll score on a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Tua sets up to pass it. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
For the two-point conversion.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. It's complete. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more.
35. Chase McLaughlin to kick
So they'll
off
get
for the
another shot on
Buccaneers.
offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
That's good.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 44.
They'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line.
That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 15.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Second and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
At the Bucs' 7-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 15. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Handoff running left, Irving. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This offense so far on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Mayfield to throw it. And it's taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. 23 yards on the play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection. I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Nowhere to turn this time. 29. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Mayfield. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Chase McLaughlin for the Buccaneers field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important to the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Levante David in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd down at the 41-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on